Yet another really awesome pose. Welcome back to Heroes and Villains HQ. Today we have another Hot Toys review. We're going to take a look at the Mandalorian and the Child Deluxe Hot Toys figure. Let's get this thing cracked open. Before we do, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below so you can stay tuned for more Star Wars and Marvel content. Starting first with the box, this is a deluxe figure, so this is significantly wider than the standard Hot Toys packaging. However, it still has the classic black and gray color scheme with the banner on the front here and then the promotional images of the characters. This one is TMS-015, the Mandalorian and the Child Deluxe version. You can see that on the side here. The back, of course, has the warning labels and all of the information, and then the side has another promotional image. Now taking a look at the slip cover for this deluxe version. Absolutely classic scene when the two of them first meet. Little Grogu. Obviously, we didn't know his name at the time, but an awesome cover. So let's get this opened. So right off the rip, you can see how gorgeous this Mandalorian figure is. And the biggest thing is that he comes with a ton of accessories. So I want to start with those first and all of the extra inclusions that you can use to pose this figure. So beginning with Grogu, he is meant to be on this stand here that does have a removable piece, just like that. And this piece snaps into his cradle, which you can see right here, has a little spot for that piece there. And Grogu is actually two different pieces. So the first piece is him like this, and it is magnetic to his cradle. He does also have a second piece, which is just baby Grogu standing up. Also, his cradle does include a cover, so you can display it just like that, and that just pops off super easily. Now for the Mandalorian, one of the coolest accessories is, of course, the ice cream maker. This is what the client uses to store the Beskar, which this also comes with a ton of Beskar. Also a removable piece that is magnetic, so that you can go ahead and place that inside of the case and close it up. And there you go. And then you can have Mando hold it from the top there and carry this. Also included is a hologram puck of Mando. Also, his jetpack is included. And the jetpack is super cool. It does include two effects that you can push into the bottom when displaying it with him to show that he's blasting off. Next up is this entire tray of accessories, which is all of his kind of bits and bobs. First up, his pistol does go here. I have that on display with him currently. He does have the Mythosaur necklace that you can give to Grogu to wear. Next up is the tracking fob, a singular piece of Beskar, a few swappable hands. This is another wired accessory. This piece is, however, one, so you're not dealing with a rope there. You have this, which can swap out with his gauntlet. You also have the light that can go on his helmet, a swappable shoulder plate. This is the one without the Mudhorn signet. And then lastly, the flamethrower effect, and then another swappable gauntlet piece with the missiles being shot out of it. So a ton of really cool accessories and a lot of opportunity for you to pose up this figure in a lot of different ways to make it your own. Now to look at some of the accessories I had displayed with Mando. First off, his pistol, which I think is one of the coolest pistol designs in all of Star Wars, giving really that Western vibe that also kind of meets World War II. I absolutely love this pistol design, and it also looks great. Next up is his rifle. The paint detailing here is fantastic all the way through. This is another great piece to display. This is the leather strap that you'll use to strap it over his body, and then also that is removable from the gun is the scope, which you can see him use once during Season 1 to zoom in on the enemies without having to pull out his rifle. So that's a very nice inclusion. And then some of these smaller accessories, he does include his knife, which you can tuck into his boot. He does include 3 of these grenades, which are removable. And then lastly, on his belt and his sash, he has the bullets that you use for the rifle. These are all removable. Obviously, they don't do anything other than look cool, but a ton of those are included. So getting in closer to Mando, you can really start to appreciate how awesome this figure is and the detail on him. This is in his silver armor, but he still has his old thigh plate there. Really great look. He does include his cape. And then some of the removable parts are his shoulder plate with the Mudhorn signet, and then all of the grenades and ammo. The posability of this figure is really what makes him special. Right here, I'm not even adding many accessories and you're already getting such a dynamic pose. Yet another really awesome pose, adding that jetpack in and getting him off the ground. There's so many things you can do with this figure to, like I said, really make the display your own. So what are my final thoughts on the Mando and Grogu deluxe set? The amount of accessories alone make this figure worth it. He's been on sale for quite some time now. You may even be able to get him below retail. So this is definitely one I'd recommend. It's such a perfect figure. And like I said, all of the accessories that are included allow you to display Mando in a lot of different ways from a lot of different times. So the customizations you can add to make him look more like he is at the beginning of season 1 versus the end of season 1. I mean, there's just so many possibilities with how you can display him on the ground, in the air, with accessories, without accessories. I mean, him just standing alone is really cool. So you don't even need to put the jetpack on him to get an awesome pose. So this is one, without a doubt, I'd recommend. The Mandalorian is an amazing figure. This is a perfect representation of him, and all of the accessories just add for so many cool customizations to really make them your own. So 100%, if you want to buy a hot toy, this may be the one to get. The last thing I will say though is next year is the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, and I can almost guarantee that we will see an updated Mandalorian figure. So if you are on the fence about getting a Mando hot toy figure, I would say wait a little while longer just to see if they do reveal a new one for the movie, so that you can compare and contrast between that new one and this one. So definitely just hold off a little bit before purchasing if you are really serious about getting a Mando figure, as there may be a better one next year for the release of the movie. But thank you all so much for watching this hot toy review. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button down below, and of course, subscribe to stay tuned for more Star Wars and Marvel content. With that said, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.